Hi, this is Nina, and it's the 24th of May, year 2020, and I want to share a poem with you that I've just finished writing. It's called You Shall Be Judged, Female. You shall be judged, female, for being born such. You shall be judged, female, for your gentle touch. You shall be judged, female, for the attitudes which males bear. You shall be judged, female, for not giving one hoot or one care. You shall be judged, female, for adhering to limiting so-called sanctity of marriage. You shall be judged, female. Some will laud, others disparage. You shall be judged, female, for seeing the one-way street. You shall be judged, female, for the two paths which never could meet. You shall be judged, female, for noticing what applies to the goose does not to the gander. You shall be judged, female, and accused everywhere of slander. You shall be judged, female, for choosing reckless abandon of convention. You shall be judged, female, and placed in society's detention. You shall be judged, female, for being internal and for feeling the same. You shall be judged, female, for teasing with that outfit as if it were a game. You shall be judged, female, for breaking of stereotypes and daring to speak. You shall be judged, female, for holding the strong and comforting the weak. You shall be judged, female, for suffering in silence and not seeking help. You shall be judged, female, for not crying out, not screaming, not even a yelp. You shall be judged, female, for calling out and naming names. You shall be judged, female, for laying claim to their fame. You shall be judged, female, for not putting out for one, for all, for some. You shall be judged, female, for putting out for none. You shall be judged, female, for the life you carried and bore. You shall be judged, female, for those you did not, though it cut you to the core. You shall be judged, female, as conservative if you do or don't speak sex. You shall be judged, female, if you do or you don't. It reflects on your life and your ex. You shall be judged, female, as a harlot or whore if you do. You shall be judged, female. Their tongues will cut you in two. You shall be judged, female, for the love you loved with entire heart. You shall be judged, female, for love you no longer could bear and had to part. You shall be judged, female, for the dream that love lived which you dared. You shall be judged, female, as heartless and cold you never cared. You shall be judged, female, for the shattering of that by your hand or another. You shall be judged, female, for being a poor mother. You shall be judged, female, for the love which loved way, way, way too long. You shall be judged, female, for the ones you ran from. You shall be judged, female, for believing that love would overcome, that it would win. You shall be judged, female, and that will be named your shortcoming and sin. You shall be judged, female, for being too soft or being too hard. You shall be judged, female, for playing every single female card. You shall be judged, female, for growing your hair, for shaving it off. You shall be judged, female, for all your efforts coming to naught. You shall be judged, female, for having one partner or some. You shall be judged, female, for having lived and loved under the sun. You shall be judged, female, for knowing too much or knowing too little. You shall be judged, female, for the bones which break brittle. You shall be judged, female, for tempting fate, for going on that date, for going too slow or going too far, for getting in that car, for being a star, for having faith, having hope, for learning how to cope, for trying to understand the man, for looking for God's plan, for the sins of the past, for the sins of the present, for things which don't last, for being hell-bound or heaven-sent, for the heart which was trampled, for the dust in your mind, for the loves you did sample, for the soul with dreams lined, for the spirits which soared, for your guts and your drive, for the agony which gnawed, for being completely mine, for the life that you poured, for the overall grand design, for your hand on the knife and the sword, for the ones you ignored, for the ones you forgive, for the ones you let live, for the spirit which broke, for thoughts that you spoke, for the bearing of the yoke, for being too fat or too thin, for giving out or taking it in, for trying again despite your own pain, too loud or too proud, too meek or too bold, too heartless and cold, too young, oh, too old, too knowing, living in oblivion, too determined and driven, too easy or forgiven. You shall be judged, female, but never self-condemned.